All right, you guys. Oh my gosh, I know. Don't hate me. It's been a fucking wild ride. That's all I have to say. I honestly, I'm not even looking at the camera. It's my bad. Hold on. Yeah, so I started this podcast. Didn't think much of it. I'm like, I'm going to do it for funsies. It's going to be, funsies, my hobby, blah, blah, blah. I went hard on it. Now looking back at the videos, I'm kind of like, I could do better. But I guess that comes with everything, right? But yeah, I don't know if you guys are just messing with me or what, but a lot of you guys are like, hello, where's your podcast? Hello, where's this? Hello, I'm waiting for the next episode. I don't know if you guys are just gassing me up. I love it. But yeah, my bad. It's been busy. One, I didn't think it was going to be, I honestly didn't think that podcasting or just doing like fun videos like this was going to take a lot of my time, and it does, especially because I want to put it out there in the best way that I can. So obviously all of that takes some time, and which I clearly did not have these last couple months. So I apologize for the delay, I guess. It's just been kind of a wild ride. And today, believe it or not, is like one of the only days I've had since probably my last podcast, which was Mother's Day, which was May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Oh my God. Literally, that's how chaotic my fucking life is. I can't. 7 months. That is crazy. So I'm so sorry. I am going to make up for it. I promise. I have some things lined up, but oh my God, I swear everything just got super busy, super chaotic, pushed everything back. And well, here we are. So just bear with me. Like I said, this is for funsies, and I will keep you in the loop of things. Okay. But yeah, I guess I just kind of fill you guys in that life has been crazy. This year, I feel like the mental health load has been very challenging in a different way that I'm not used to, I guess, because I feel like I've gone through way more like obstacles and challenges in my life that, to me, I guess like what I was going through this year didn't feel like it was worth being like anxious or depressed about, but for some reason like my mental load was kind of like tapped out. So that's kind of what happened this summer, not this summer, but the last couple months. So I've been, yes, a little MIA, a little bit more reserved, just because I'm trying to figure all this out. I'm like trying to understand like why my brain just can't be like, come on, we got back up last time, remember? So come on, let's get back up. And this time it's like, no, we're, like it's a full blown symptoms that I haven't had before. Like, I feel like they were always kind of there, but not to the full extent, just feeling like anxious. I would say like not depressed, but depression comes in so many different waves that I guess now, after talking to a therapist, like, yes, it is considered a different form of depression, just like, isolating yourself and like not really wanting to go out, not wanting to communicate with others, just kind of giving yourself some space. And the way that they described it, or she described it, was like where you've just gone through so much and your cup is basically too full. So it's like your cup has been like, let's say more than half full. And with every experience that you've gone through, it's like, it just keeps filling up and filling up. And basically the way she described it is that you've gotten to the point where that cup is completely full. So even a little minor inconvenience or a minor thing that you're like, why am I feeling like this over something so small? It's because your cup is like overfilled. And so That's kind of how she described it. I'm like, oh, that kind of makes sense because I mean, yeah, like everyone, right? Not just me. You go through so many different experiences in life that it just, you have to keep going because either you're a mom, because your sister, brother, dad, whatever it is, you have to keep going. So you have to keep getting yourself up, but then eventually that cup continues to fill and fill and fill to a point that can't no longer be filled. So now it's over spilling. And these are the symptoms where your body just can't take it anymore and basically forcing your body to take a freaking break. And so that's kind of where I was at. I feel like my body finally just shut down and was like, you need a break. And maybe because I wasn't really used to like feeling these symptoms, like the anxiety and just like freaking out about like anything and every little thing, like over fixating on things that I never fixated on. And same thing with isolation. And I'm just like, that's just making me way more depressed. But in that moment when you're in it, you're just like, nope, I don't want to be around, I don't want to talk to him. So it was a weird situation that I was like going through. I don't know if there was, I don't go deep into the Mercury retrogrades and like the world shifting and the moons and the stars, but I can say that talking to other people about this, and it seemed like a lot of us were going through kind of the same wavelengths where we're just like, what is going on? And we just don't feel okay. And I don't know about you guys, but I mean, like, as far as like some of the people that I was sharing this experience with, like, they were like, oh yeah, like I'm going through the same thing. It's been hard. It's weird. We don't recognize it. Like, well, how do we do this? And so I will say that I tried some medicine because I feel like I got to a point where how do I say it? Like, I got to a point where I was kind of desperate. Like, I'm tired of feeling this way and everything that I'm doing is just not working. So I ended up, talking to a therapist, and in that moment, because it was just kind of like the peak of everything, in that moment, they're like, a best solution was to start medication. Tried it, was not a fan. My brain was not happy with it. So really it's been kind of just going through the symptom management, which is talking to a therapist, which the last time I did this was when I was way, way younger, like 15 years old. So it's a huge transition and I'm not opposed to it. I just feel like I never had to, like, I never felt the need that I needed to. I feel like me just talking to friends, family about whatever it was like sufficient enough. But like now it's gotten to a point where I don't even want to do that. So I'm like, okay, now I'm recognizing these symptoms that isn't myself. So now I need like to seek some professional help. So that's also been like a nice little experience to go through. Like now as an adult, like I'm like connecting a lot of the dots. I'm just like, whoa, like this is why this behavior is like this, or this is why, things is happening like this. So it's been nice, but it's been exhausting and draining. Last podcast I did was 7 months ago, and like now I feel like I'm at a good spot again where I can talk about it and I'm not isolating myself and I'm not feeling like not myself anymore. Like I feel like I'm at a good spot where I do feel good. Obviously it's not perfect. It's not ever going to be perfect. No, like, the older you get, the bigger your problems get, or the bigger problems and responsibilities. So like the stress is even higher than it was before. But I think my biggest challenge has been that, like, why aren't my coping mechanisms working? And that's what really got me. Cause I'm like, every other time I've gotten myself like out of this little rut, and like now I can't. And it like worries me because I'm just like, well, I have things to do. Like I have a career, I have a kid, I have a home I have to pay for, like there's a lot like acknowledging it and not being stubborn about that there is a problem. Let's not ignore it, because most of the times, especially like in Hispanic households and Hispanic families, the majority, not everyone, but the majority, I feel like we're raised in a place where, maybe not a safe place, and you just kind of shove everything under the rug, and like, kind of like, if you feel a certain way, we don't talk about it. And so I think now as adults, we're like, well, what do we do? Our cup is freaking full. What do we do now? Like, because now the shoving it under the rug isn't working anymore. And so now problems are now, yeah, I know. Do you agree? So now these problems are becoming more and more than what it should be. And, yeah, so now as adults, you gotta deal with it in a different way and not necessarily shove it under the rug. But it's been nice because I'm always really vocal about my experiences and just life in general. Like for me, I'm not gonna come and, how do I say this? Like, my experiences, I've already dealt with. I've already been in a dark place and a good place with them, that to me, I feel like I've always been like, you're going to talk or cheese me out or say something bad about me, whether I do good or bad. So for me, it's like, I'm okay talking about these things because I don't really care that you're going to twist my words and say, oh, look what she went through, or this and this, and you're going to make fun of it, or you're going to spill some tea about it. I've already come to great terms with myself and my experiences. This is why I can talk about it, and I'm okay with it. I do it for people that are struggling and in that moment now, to know that they're not by themselves, and there's other people that are going through the same thing, and maybe they don't feel comfortable talking about it. But this is more for them, where people like that, where, just to make you aware that you're not by yourself. And for the people that don't care about that and just want to talk and spill tea and just, talk shit about it and be like, oh, it's all fun and jokes for you, or, we're going to make it like I'm your cheesemate, what are we, oh, this is what she's talking about now, da, da, da. No, I mean, I don't care. You're going to do it regardless. I don't care. My stuff that I talk about is for those that are feeling isolated or feeling in that situation or going through some struggles. And it's just for you to know that you're not alone. That's my biggest thing. So I can talk. I feel okay talking about it. And if you want to talk shit about it, whatever, I don't care. I know, and my immediate family knows what I've gone through. And it's not a bad thing. Not everybody's perfect. I know behind, the screen and social media, you want to act like you're all perfect and your life is amazing and you and your partner never go through anything in the world and you're just 100% all the time. I don't know what goes on, but I know that your life is not perfect. No one's life is perfect. I know people go through some hardcore shit, and it's okay. Acknowledge it. And if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But I feel like that's why I'm okay talking about it, because I'm okay sharing my experiences with the world, clearly. So hence why we're here. This time around, it got to the point where it was I was forced to take a break. And that was a very humbling moment, which I think I needed it. But I'm also one of those people that I can't be enclosed off for too long. For me, I thrive on talking to people, talking to my friends, making experiences. So it was, I will just say it was a one of a kind experience. And I hope that I never go through that again or have that moment. And I hope, hopefully no one else has to go through that, because it's hard. And that's one of the things I'm talking to with my therapist. It's like fighting your own demons is one of the most challenging things that you will probably ever do. And that's kind of like what we're working through. But I feel like, as draining as it sounds, I feel like it's helped me kind of understand the whys. And this is how my brain works. If like I'm able to understand it, then, and it makes sense to me, then it almost like eases my mind. So going through these things with my therapist has been like, it's a draining experience, but it's also nice because I'm like, okay, this is why I'm feeling this way, or this is why this is happening, or whatever it is. And now it's like recognizing, okay, so when you feel anxious or when you start feeling like this, recognize it, acknowledge that it's there, and then what are we going to do about it to like not dig ourselves in a hole, which I think has helped me a lot. So I feel like I've like grown a lot in just these last couple months. I'm like, it's a very humbling experience, and it's hard, but I am very like thankful and grateful that like I'm recognizing these things. And obviously, you know, like it's been a challenge for sure, but we're taking it day by day. And I'm trying to be very positive about it, especially after everything that, like the mental load that I went through. But yeah, that's kind of the biggest update I feel like I've had. Yeah, the mental health world is a whole different cup of tea that I feel like I knew about, but always ignored and shoved it under the rug. Like, let's pretend we're okay. I don't think isolating is the best, even though you may think that in that moment it feels right. I feel like isolating just made me feel 10 times worse. So just being vocal about it, and just sharing your experiences with whomever you feel comfortable with, I feel like can get you out of a rut. And if you just want them to listen, just tell them, hey, I just need you to listen. Not say, don't share anything, don't, tell me what to do, just listen. And I feel like that's helped me a lot. But again, just talking to a therapist and kind of going over some like mechanisms to get you out of that moment that you're feeling, whether it's anxiety, depression, whatever it is, I feel like has helped me a lot. And for some people, medication can be a solution. For me, I just wasn't a fan of the ones that I got. So I was like, let me just try to do this on my own. And luckily it's been helping, but I know that sometimes medication can help with those symptoms. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. I don't know what else I can really say. But yeah, just, pay attention to it. The seasonal depression is here too. So just keep that in mind. Obviously the weather is going to mess with your emotions. Also, PMDD is something that I heard of that apparently I have for our ladies. So look it up. I'm a nurse and I didn't know about it. And I've talked to some people also in the healthcare field, and they've never heard about it either. So just being aware of that, and not ignoring your symptoms, I feel like would be the best solution. But yeah, more to come. I will commit to our series. I do want to keep you guys entertained and hopefully relatable subjects. So just stay tuned. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a quick little update on what's going on. And hopefully if you are feeling those emotions right now, just know that you're not alone. Seek some help. Don't ignore your symptoms, and don't stop pretending like, it's not there. It's not a healthy way to cope. And seek some help, and just know that you're not alone. And this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay. So yeah, I drank my coffee, so I did not have my little sip, but for next time we will. And I hope you guys have a wonderful holidays. All right, say bye. Say bye.